is the cost of being a UFC fan, man, or an MMA fan in general. Is getting really expensive out here, man. Inflation is killing our pockets and bank accounts. And as a UFC fan specifically, um, when you crunch the numbers and the statistics and data, it's hard out here for a pimp. All right, it's no longer back in the day where you had a few pay-per-views and a bunch of free fights on Spike TV. It's no longer like that. And then you had Ultimate Fighter too that could entertain you throughout the week. Now it's a little bit different. Yeah, the UFC has a Contender Series, which is awesome. And the UFC also has the Ultimate Fighter, which is awesome as well. If you're new to the channel, guys, like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It goes a long way. Now, with that said, if you watched the PFL as of recent, last weekend with Francis Ngannou as headliner, that card was for $50. For that product, you can get that product for $50, man. And overall, I thought it was an okay showing. All right. I didn't think it was a terrible card. I didn't think it was, I didn't think it was lackluster, right? I thought it was okay for what it was, but definitely the not the co-main event, but the main event definitely delivered. Okay, and some people think the co-main event was entertaining as well, but for me, it was okay, right? So you could get that product for $50, which is not bad. It isn't. But when you're dealing with, being a fan of other sports like the UFC or other fans of organizations, should I say? How you doing, man? How you doing? Hopefully, if you're new to the channel, guys, like and subscribe, man. It really goes a long way. I really appreciate you guys, man. Thank you so much. So, if you spent the $50 to watch Saturday's event, and then now you got to turn around, the next weekend and spent close to $100, on a UFC event, you see where, you start to draw the line, okay? Yo, fool. Martin Capella, I don't know what you just said, but if you're new to the channel, guys, like and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, guys, like and subscribe. You know what it is. I'm trying to build this channel from the bottom all the way up to the floor. You already know what it is. How you doing, Alex? Oh, how you doing? Bless y'all. Hopefully you're having a great start of your week. It's Tuesday, so hopefully you guys are taking it easy and, doing your thing. Yeah, guys, thank you for the subscription, guys. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, man. So now you know where you got to draw the line, right? You guys got, because now you're spending $150, on 2 weekends. How about if, both of, the events don't deliver? Imagine that. Then what? Bless y'all, man. Bless y'all. Bless y'all so much. Habibi, yes, 2 lives, back to back. You already know what it is, man. Bless y'all. Like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe, man. We're gonna go hard. We're gonna go hard. We're gonna hit the ground running. You know how it is, man. Grinding and hustling. But yeah, man, being a UFC fan is very, very, or being an MMA fan, should I say, is very expensive right now. Inflation has hit like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And just for a weekend to watch the UFC, you're spending $100. You know what I mean? And that's not including, other things that you might need. You might need some entertainment food. Food snacks to entertain your friends, whatever it might be, drinks. Hopefully there aren't no clowns in this life like last night. Hey, if it is what it is. You know what I mean? You Muslim? Look, guys, we don't talk about religion. We don't talk about politics on here. I don't really answer questions like that, yes or no. But you know what I mean? There is a higher power, guys. Believe in that. If you're new to the channel, guys, like and subscribe. You know what it is. But yeah, man, inflation has hit like a motherfucker, man, and it's getting really, really expensive to be an MMA fan. All right, just in 2 weekends, I have to spend $50 to watch the PFL and watch Ngannou win in the first round, and then turn back right back around and spend another, $100 to watch, Il Tapoya and Max Holloway go at it. It's getting very, very expensive. We're not talking about the monthly subscription to ESPN Plus to have the ability to actually watch these pay-per-views. It has. I can only catch UFC fights once in a while now because of the price. Yeah, Habibi, it's getting expensive out here. It's getting very, very expensive out here. I'm a UFC fan, but I have to admit and draw the line and say to myself, man, am I putting too much money into this? You know what I'm saying? Especially being a fan. Yeah, I want to watch the events, and yeah, I want to spend my hard-earned money. But if it's not entertaining and not giving me the dollar, giving me basically my money's worth, then why spend it, right? Bless, man, bless everybody, guys. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe. We are here specifically talking about inflation and how it's hitting our pockets as fans, specifically being a fan of mixed martial arts. And right now, man, for just I'm talking about a regular event. So let's say there was a regular event around my area, around my city, and it wasn't a pay-per-view event. The event was going to be shown free on TV, most likely on ESPN Plus or whatnot. Let's say for an event like that, I'm still going to pay like close to, $375 for some good seats. Yeah, I could. I'm not going to say some good seats, but they're, in the mid-level seats. That's going to cost me almost $400. And we're not including parking, food, and drinks. So by the end of the night, we're talking parking is going to cost you upwards of $100, right? So at $375, you're already looking at $475. Okay, food, you're gonna spend around $200, maybe even $300. All right, on food. Food gets very expensive in the stadium. So let's just say for the cheaper side, $200, right? So you're looking at $475, $575, $675. All right, now we need drinks. All right, now you know how drinks cost. Drinks are very, very expensive. $15 for a Heineken or any other beers. $15, maybe 12 on the cheap side. Okay, so let's say you get, about $100 worth of those. We're looking at close to $1,000 for a one-day event. I've been combining all my expenses with my friends from the gym to make it cheaper. I hear you, baby. That's a good way to do things, man. It really is. Gather up your friends and say, hey, who wants to, chip in to watch this UFC event? It costs $80. So if you get 80 of your friends, chip in $10, that's a lot cheaper for everybody else. I do agree with that. That's a smart move. That's what I used to do back in the day. But now I'm an older person. You know what I'm saying? I have other things that I have to take care of, so I can't really hang out with friends like I want to. So fights are most likely watched in private with me. And if I am watching with someone else, I usually go to like a restaurant or things like that to watch it with friends. But that's the way I watch it. And I prefer it that way, to be honest. You know what I mean? I'm just not that type of person to hang around with a lot of people. You know what I mean? And that's just me, right? So I prefer watching it by myself. But if I do go out with friends, I do go to restaurants and watch, which that's a lot cheaper as well. You know what I mean? Because all I have to do is go and pay for my meal, maybe somebody else's meal, and that's, what I'm saying, all is well, right? But yeah, man, it's getting very, very expensive to be a UFC fan. It really, really is. I don't know. I really don't know what the UFC is doing right now. And I wanted to bring up a quote, an old quote, and I think this is the perfect timing for it. It's an old quote from Dana White, okay? This is years ago. This is probably when years ago, probably when Randy Couture was fighting Chuck Liddell for the second time, probably. Only teenager still so lucky I have the luxury to be able to hang out with my friends more and watch the fights. But 100% agree with you. I like watching them by myself, just too much cash. Yeah, man, it's a lot of money, man. It gets expensive, man. It's a lot of money and a lot to invest as a UFC fan or a mixed martial arts fan in general. I agree with you, Habibi, but I do want to bring up this comment that Dana White had said. This is a quote from Dana White back in the day. I don't remember what year it was, but I remember him. I watched a video and he did say this. He said, um, "I'm not going to price out fans like boxing did. I'm calling the police. You dude. That's the dude that sold me that meth. Finally found you. I want my money back." What in the world, Carl? Please, what is wrong with y'all? Unbelievable, unbelievable, unbelievable. Guys, like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Guys, like and subscribe, okay? But yeah, Dana White had how you doing? How you doing? If you're new to the channel, guys, like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It goes a long way. Thank you so much. Um, but Dana White had said this quote, and he said, "I'm not going to price out fans like boxing did." That was years ago when the UFC, there wasn't really a subscription to watch the UFC, and uh, the prices. Thank you for the sub, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And the prices for pay-per-view was around $50. Okay, basically a different model of what the UFC have right now. And right now, we are at a stage where the UFC and Dana White are pricing out their fans. Sorry about people that interrupt you live when the channel grows in the future. Could maybe get bots to kick them. Yeah, most likely we'll see what it is. Hey, how you doing, Kelly? Hey, hopefully you're having a good one, man. Hopefully you're having a good one. How you doing, Kelly? Kelly, right? Graylin, Kelly. Hopefully you're having a good one, man. Bless everybody on the chat. If you guys new to the channel, like and subscribe. I need that like right now. It takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up, and I need that subscription from you. You know what it is. But yeah, that quote is no longer, you know what I'm saying, is no longer standing, man. Actually, that quote is void now because Dana White is definitely pricing out his fans, just like boxing did back then. Love juice, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Thank you, Habibi, for the like. I appreciate that. But yeah, guys, there's a lot of fans out here that are complaining. All right, I talked to a lot of people, and I was actually talking to a friend of mine. I'm like, hey, you're gonna watch this weekend UFC 308? And they were like, no, I won't be watching. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna watch because I paid for the pay-per-view, the PFL last weekend, and I'm not gonna pay for the UFC, again. And that was a great topic for me. Just talking to him, it just brought in my mind, like, like people are actually doing that. You know what I mean? Like picking and choosing now because, unfortunately, the prices for pay-per-views and tickets are price gouging. Boxing is where it's at. Scooby Doo, I hear you, man. I hear you, man. I don't really watch boxing anymore like I used to. I used to very much be into boxing back in the day, back in the '90s. But I'm definitely not watching boxing anymore. But I tell you what, man. Uh, the UFC and Dana White are changing their model, and they don't care about it. They really don't care about it. If you don't have the money to pay for their tickets or their pay-per-views, then that's it. You know what I mean? Unfortunately. What? This is the most stat card of 2024. You don't watch UFC 308? Oh, yes, I watched. Yes, I'm gonna watch UFC 308. Of course, I watch MMA, but I don't watch boxing. I don't watch boxing per se. You know what I mean? But I definitely watch MMA. I definitely watch UFC. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely watching the UFC. I'm definitely watching UFC 308. I already made a video about that. I think Max Holloway will take it. I think Chimaev is going to take it as well. If we had Mike Tyson and the older stars of boxing, then it would be where it's at 100%. Maybe, maybe, I don't know. I lost, I guess I lost interest. You know what I mean? I just really did. But, but yeah, guys. Right now, with this quote from Dana White, I think somebody should bring up this quote. You know what I mean? There should be a journalist out there, maybe in the next press conference, who brings this up, you know what I mean, and tell Dana, hey, Dana, I remember the day when you said, I'm not going to price out fans like boxing did. And now you're in the same position, pricing out, fans, where fans have to pay around, just for a night out to watch a UFC event, just a regular UFC event, not a pay-per-view event, just a regular UFC event. You're looking at upwards of $1,000 to go out, and buy a ticket and watch it live. Okay, and now if you're gonna watch it at home, you're talking about $100 to watch it at home. MMA has a larger fan base for sure. I'll say so. I'll say so. Noted, sir. I could never get into UFC. I love boxing. That's my favorite sport to watch. That's what's up, Scooby Doo. That's what's up, man. You know what I mean? A lot of people have different, interests. A lot of people have different interests. And if you're a boxing fan, I commend you. That's awesome. I'm not a boxing fan. You know what I mean? But I do watch some boxing events from time to time if they're entertaining enough. But I'm definitely an MMA fan. But as of right now, guys, what do you guys think, man? What do you guys think about, the prices of the pay-per-views, the prices of the tickets? What do you think about it? You think it's overboard, or do you think, people who, stream it illegally, you think that's bad? Or you think, what, might as well stream it illegally if you're going to price gouge, if you're going to price gouge the fans? Um, to each their own. At least we're interested in combat sports and not tennis and soccer. Hey, I totally agree with you, Habibi. I used to like Khabib. I like Khabib. He's still awesome. I want to be a model. Can I be a model from India? You could be a model. Why can't you not be a model? You know what I mean? You got to believe in yourself, and if you believe in yourself, you start moving in the right direction, and opportunities start arising. So yeah, man, you could be whatever you want to be. Khabib retired early, guaranteed. Yeah, he did retire early. Yeah, compared to a lot of the other champions, his resume as a champion, it doesn't, it doesn't really compare. And streaming illegally, in my opinion, isn't bad. In this case, just because everything is overpriced. I happen to agree with you, man. I happen to agree with you. I think that people who stream it illegally, I don't think that's a problem. I think you're a fan of the sport. You're just trying to, watch the sport. Especially for those people who are just at home watching it with their families and they're not trying to steal it for, to gain money or anything like that. For that person, I don't think, that's a bad thing. You're just trying to entertain yourself and trying to watch the match, and unfortunately, the price is out of your range. I mean, streaming illegally is caused by the overpricing. It's really bad. I agree. I agree with you, man. I agree. If Chimaev pulls out, who is the most likely to step up in your opinion? I'm not hearing anything about Chimaev, pulling out, man. I really hope nobody pulls out. I hope this card stays together and intact as much as possible. You know what I mean? But if Chimaev was to pull out, oh God, oh, jeez, who would step up? Let me check this out. Middleweight division. I don't think Sean Strickland is gonna step up. You know what I mean? I highly doubt that. Um, Honestly, man, I don't know. That's a good question, man. That is a great, great question. The UFC better hope that Chimaev doesn't pull out, because if they do, that's a tragedy. That's a tragedy. yeah, I have no idea about that question. But let me see. Maybe Brendan Allen. Maybe Brendan Allen. Maybe Brendan Allen would be crazy enough to take the fight. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I think Brendan Allen just recently fought, and maybe Brendan Allen is he's not in Abu Dhabi right now, so it'll be hard to get him. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That's my guess. Maybe Brendan Allen, just maybe because he's crazy enough. Many people struggle to even own a TV and internet to be able to watch, let alone have to pay hundreds just to watch a night's fight. I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you, Habibi. You know, can you imagine? You know, oh, it's Mr. Goofball. Oh my God, here we go. Oh no, here it is. 24 hours. You're gone. You're out of here. That quick. That's why I love the internet. You know what I mean? You have an ability to shut people down and shut people out quickly if they come with some bullshit. You know what I mean? So, got that person out of here. I'm glad they pointed themselves out. I haven't seen any middleweight in Abu Dhabi, so they have guaranteed Jemiah will show up. That's what I'm saying. I haven't seen anybody in the middleweight division really walking around Abu Dhabi. I saw recently Max Holloway and Volkanovski. I saw El Chapoya and stuff like that. I even saw Marab, but I haven't seen any middleweights walking around. So that's that. You know what I mean? Unless they're trying to call Michael Bisping or something, because I know I saw Michael Bisping, but he's there to announce. He's not there to fight. So with that said, guys, I'm about to get out of here on the 25-minute mark. All right. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. Okay. Michael Bisping. That's what I said. That's why I'm laughing, because that's the only kind of middleweight that I saw. You know, he's not a middleweight anymore, but he definitely a light heavyweight or whatnot, walking around. Maybe a heavyweight guy's tall and stuff like that. But yeah, I see Michael Bisping walking around, but he's an announcer, man. You know, he's not fighting anybody. Can you imagine? You know what I mean? Chimaya pulls out, they're like, Michael, we need somebody. We're willing to pay you. We need somebody quick. You're here. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter about your weight. Like, let's get in there. I think Michael Bisping with one eye and all, he'll go in there and give people a show. He really would. Michael Bisping is a badass, man. That guy is a badass, bro. But yeah, guys, inflation has hit like a mother. All right? And that's for everything, man. That's for food. That's for gas. That's for being a fan. Just a fan to watch what you want to watch. You know what I mean? You have to subscribe to things these days like Netflix and Hulu, and different type of things. And it's getting very, very crazy out here and very expensive. Would gladly pay the 100 to see that. No complaints. Add price and then right, Habibi, I agree with you, man. I'll pay $100 to see Michael Bisping going there. Why not? Shit, that would be so entertaining. Michael One Eye Bisping, you're the man. Definitely subscribing to you, the man. To you, the man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. Subscribe to the channel. If you're new to the channel, guys, subscribe to the channel, like and subscribe. I need that thumbs up. You know what I mean? It goes a long way. It tells the YouTube algorithm that the people watching me are actually appreciative. So, guys, I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my corazón, from the bottom of my heart, man. And for those of you who are UFC fans who do watch MMA, let me tell you something. From here on out, it's just gonna get more and more expensive. All right. I'm actually going to my first UFC event, and that's the reason why I know, what tickets are costing, because I ended up, purchasing a ticket. I'm going to my first UFC event, and man, I'm looking at, $1,200 night. You know what I mean? For one night, I'm looking at a $1,200 night. Now, don't get me wrong. If I end up spending less, that's awesome. That's amazing. But I'm prepared to spend that much because I already know with inflation of how it's gonna go. So I better be prepared rather than not prepared. All right. So it's only gonna get more expensive. So let's just prepare ourselves for that, and let's continue being fans And if you are streaming it illegally, look, I don't consider that a bad thing. You're just being a fan and you're wanting to watch what you want to watch, okay? That's a paycheck for the week. For sure. For sure is, you know what I mean? Um, it is what it is. I'm invested. I'll be going. But you guys have a good one. I gotta go. I've been on here for 25 minutes. I wanted it to be a quick little stream, not an hour stream like usual or like I usually do. I really appreciate you guys, Habibi and everybody else on here. Solvagant. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that route. You have a good one. Thanks for the live. Yeah, for sure, Habibi. Thank you guys for being here and thank you for chatting with me. I appreciate you guys once again from the bottom of my heart. And like and subscribe. I'll be right back. I'll be back most likely tomorrow morning, early, probably at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, maybe even 6 o'clock in the morning. You guys be good. One love.